Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. And anyways, let's get right into the video. So right here, we're just gonna go ahead and prep the nails. As you guys know, I'm bringing out my handy dandy mannequin hand, and I am using a medium to fine sanding band. Please do not file the nails just like I did on here. I just did this really quick to quickly etch the nails, that way it could have something to adhere to, because if you don't etch the nails will just pop right off of it. And yeah, I don't know, it's just the nail tech in me that I had to do this. And then guys, right here, I love to use scissors. I love to use barbering scissors. Those are the best ones you can actually get to cut your tips. It won't really hurt the client, because if you use really cheap scissors, it's not gonna work that well. And anyways, I usually just cut the tip. If they're shorter nails, I would go along the sides and cut the sides more narrow to create the coffin look, or even more narrow to do a stiletto. It all depends on the shape you're doing. But yeah, I like to go in with scissors first and then shape right after to perfect the shape. And then right after this, we're just gonna go ahead and repeat the same step to all of the nails, all 10 nails, but obviously my mannequin only has one arm and one hand, so in this case all 5 nails. And make sure you really blend the tip to the natural nail, especially if you're doing ombres. It'll make your ombre super perfect. So yeah, make sure that there's no nail tips sticking out, or else that is gonna have an effect on your ombre nails. So yeah, just keep that in mind. And then after this, we're gonna go ahead and prime the nails. I use no lift primer. I feel like that's the best primer to use, to be honest. And then really quick, these are the colors that we're going to be using. I made all of these colors except the clear that we're going to be using. But yeah, we're going to go in with a sheer pink and a really light blue, and this beautiful iridescent glitter. And then we're also going to be using Ingar's acrylic powder in crystal, just to cap everything together. So I am going to be using Legacy Snail's Kolinsky brush. And then for our ombre nail, we are going to start with our first bead. That's going to be right where the natural nail and the nail tip meet. And you're going to make sure that it is very flush to the nail. And that you're blending down. Make sure that you point the fingers downward, just because gravity is going to be your best friend, and it's going to help pull all that acrylic down with like no effort whatsoever. You don't have to be chasing it all over the place or anything. Gravity will help you a lot. It will just pull down the acrylic perfectly. And yeah, so we're just gonna do the bottom half of the nail. Make sure you cover it completely. Don't leave it all like sheer in some places, because you are gonna be able to see it. And then also make sure that you keep perfecting the shape on the sides, just because it will minimize your filing at the end. Don't do a sloppy job, guys. Never do a sloppy job. I understand sometimes we get very, very tired, or you're like on your 5th client and you're just so over it. Don't do a sloppy job, because it will make you work even more. So the nicer your job is, the less you have to do. And then now we're going to go in with our sheer pink, and we're going to place it right under the cuticle area. Please don't go directly in putting it into the cuticle area, because you can risk it flooding into the cuticle area. So just place it a little bit under the cuticle area, and with the tip of your brush, push it upward, not into the cuticle area, but close to the cuticle area, and that'll give you the nicest cuticle area ever. Like, your application will just look so stunning, so perfect. And then also drag downward quickly. Don't pat it, don't stab it. Just place the bead, and then with the tip of your brush, lightly feather it down, and it'll give you the perfect ombre ever. And then now we're going to go ahead and cap our design. The reason why you need to go in with a bead of acrylic, like clear acrylic, is just to protect your design that you just made. Just because after, when we're filing, we don't want to file off the ombre. It's just going to mess up your whole design. So yeah, make sure that you guys do encapsulate your nails. Also, if you're a beginner nail tech, I would say encapsulate every single nail, just because it will help you with your stress area. It's gonna build the nail, and it's gonna make the nail stronger, not necessarily making it thick, because that's not what we want. We just want to make the nails last as long as they can. So yeah, and we want them to look nice after we file. So yeah, make sure you guys do encapsulate and don't sleep on that. And then for the ring finger, I just wanted to do a really cute, simple design. So what I did was added a little bead at the top half, and we're just gonna kind of do a diagonal design, but we are gonna go in with our what is it called, our X-Acto knife. Just make sure that you are building a pretty nice structure right there, just because you want to go ahead and cut it nicely and it not be super thin to when you're adding another color. It's just gonna look sloppy. So yeah, just put a good amount, and then we're gonna go ahead and dip our X-Acto knife into the same color, and we're just gonna slice and pull away. Slice and pull away. Don't go back and forth. Don't try to do nothing like crazy. Just slice it and pull it downward. Pull it away from where you just sliced. And then now we're going to go ahead and add our glitter right in the middle, also making a really nice thick layer. And yeah, we're going to do the same step that we did for the light blue color. We're going to let it sit for a little bit. Oh yeah, let your beads sit, like let them settle for at least like 30 seconds before you go in and chop it. Just because you don't want to go in right away with your X-Acto knife, because it's just gonna be too runny. and it's just not gonna cut nicely. So yeah, just let it set for a little bit, dip it in your powder, preferably clear powder or the same exact powder that you're using for that color, and go in and slice and pull away. And then now I'm just going back in, getting another bead of the sheer pink, and I am going to be adding that to the bottom half of the nail. And for this, you don't have to cut nothing, you're just going to leave it on there, pat it in there, make sure that you're putting it inside of the nail, like really in there in the slice that you made, just because you don't want bubbles or any like spaces, because you will see that when you are filing the nail. And then we're just going to encapsulate this nail also. And then for the middle finger, I wanted to do a reversed ombre, which is basically the same colors, just reversed. So we're just going to do the sheer pink at the bottom half, and then we're going to place the light blue on the top half. And then the same thing, guys, place your bead and then feather it down with the tip of your brush. And then now, if you're like me and you're a perfectionist and you don't like how it's blending, or if it's blending too, like, I don't know, it just doesn't look too blended to me. So what I did is I got a bead of pink and I placed it on the bottom and I feathered upward. You can do that like with any ombre design that you're doing, just to really perfect the ombre. And then we're just gonna go in and encapsulate. I'm just good at caring too much. I'm just good at caring too much. And then for the pointer finger, I just did a solid color. Now for solid colors, if you're an advanced nail tech, you do not have to encapsulate your colors. Just make sure that you are building the apex and it is really strong. But if you are a beginner, still encapsulate. Please don't sleep on that, because it will help your clients' nails last a long time and they won't break.
I'm just good at caring too much. I'm just good at caring too much. Is it too much to ask that you be all mine? I never was good at you.
And then for the thumb, I just did the simple pink and blue ombre that we did on the pinky, except I added a little bit of glitter before we encapsulated, and then I encapsulated. And then after our nails have dried, we're just gonna go in with our hand file and perfect the shape of each of the nails before we go in with our e-file. And then after this step, we're gonna go ahead and go in with our e-file. What I like to only use the electric file for is the tips of the nails around the cuticle area, and then for the rest of the nail, I go in with my hand file and I just smooth out the top, just because my nails are already pretty good. They're not lumpy, and that's why I say try to make your acrylic application the most perfect application that you can get, because you won't need to file as much. Oops. Okay, and then after we're done filing and smoothing out the nails, we're just going to go in with our buffer, just to ensure that because we use the hand file, there is not any really harsh file lines. So yeah, just make sure that you guys smooth out your tops, and the sides of your nails don't really go on the tip of the nail, just because you can mess up your shape. So yeah, just go in and smooth everything out. Alright guys, and I'm gonna be using our our butterfly stickers. As you know, I don't know what is wrong with me or what's gotten into me that I've been wanting. I've just been obsessed with light blue nails with butterflies. But anyways, if you guys look really closely at the nail that I'm picking, I kind of ripped it at the bottom. That's why I tell you guys to be very, very careful when getting your butterflies, just because they're really, really thin and delicate. So yeah, guys, just be really careful when you're taking them out. Make sure you guys are using tweezers. Don't try to use your fingers because it won't work. And if you guys could see right there, they are super, super thin. So yeah, just be very, very careful. And then guys, just make sure that you guys are applying pressure on your stickers just to make sure that there's nothing sticking up. But on the pinky nail, I wanted to do something similar to the nails that we did before, just because I really like the design, and plus with this design I think it would look really, really cute. And also I'm going to be using the same caviar beads that I used in my last video in this video, just because it makes the design look really, really nice and next level. Now guys, I'm so sorry, but the pointer finger didn't really get in the shot much, so it's gonna look a mess, and I'm gonna pretty much just show you guys the finished result. But I did like a little S on that nail to go around the butterfly, and it just turned out super, super beautiful. The same way as I did the ring finger, you're just gonna place your stones, and then on the sides of each of the stones, like where the stones meet, you're just going to add your caviar beads on the side and do that for the entire nail. I know it's very time consuming, but it does look the best. So yeah, try to do that if you guys can. And then we're going to go in with our top gel from D&D. I really like this top gel. I've been really favoring this one, and it just looks really, really cute. So for the nails with the stones, make sure you guys go around it. I know for the pointer finger, I kind of went on top of the stones, but it was okay. It didn't, like, I didn't overdo it. But yeah, it was really, really nice. It turned out really, really good. Also, make sure that you guys don't add too much of the top coat, just because the bottoms could get really, really thick and lumpy. So add a desirable amount, like a really good amount, just not too much. And then we're just gonna cure the nails for 60 seconds. And this is the finished result, guys. I hope you guys love it. I love it. And I hope I get out of this phase soon. That way I can bring you guys something different. But yeah, make sure if you guys try it, please, please, please tag it, and I will share your work. But anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. That way you get notified each time I post. Bye!